What is going on, everybody? Valerie Walton here at, there it is, ValerieWalton.com, coming to you live from the suburbs of Washington, D.C. Yes, I am a certified online home business coach and trainer, and I'm very excited to talk to you about this subject today because it's pretty freaking important. And that is, just covering why is it, how is it that so many of us in network marketing are not making the kind of money that we want? We're not getting the kind of results that we want. You may have been sold on this idea when you first joined your network marketing company that it was going to be amazing. You were going to be able to change your whole life around. You were going to be able to start making $50,000 a month as opposed to $50,000 a year, right? You'd be on the back of a yacht, sipping out of a coconut, right? All these different things. And honestly, although that's a lot of flash and glam and hype, and it sounds very nice, the majority of us, many of us simply want to be able to live comfortably. Many of us just want to be able to, you know, get out of living paycheck to paycheck, get out of staying afloat. Maybe we want to be able to treat ourselves every so often. Maybe we want to be able to start finally creating a savings that will be able to help us in any unexpected times. Things like that, right? The more, what some of us call the more realistic things. And no matter what your vision is, no matter what your goal is, because for me, it was the multiple six figures and still is, right? I'm at a point where, bringing in 5 figures a month is a skill set that I have and that I've done, right? And so then you want to go next level, right? Every time you hit a goal, more than likely you have a new goal. But for those of you, no matter what the goal is for you, whether it's an income goal or maybe it's a certain amount of people that you'd like to impact, whatever the case may be, since you have a business, one of the indicators that your business is doing well is taking a look at your numbers and how much revenue you have coming in. The amount of income, the amount of cash flow that comes in is based on how many people you're able to help, how many people that you're able to serve, how many people you're able to impact and influence. So definitely want to cover that today. And like I said in the description that you're seeing, this doesn't really have anything to do with when it comes to why you're not making the money you want or why you're not achieving a certain goal. It doesn't have anything to do with people thinking it's a scam or even that you don't have any options out there, because you do. And sometimes I'll even hear people say, well, maybe it's just because I'm not a people person, or I'm an introvert, or I don't know what to do. It's not really about that, because even if you don't know what to do, even if you feel like you don't have the skill set, you can build a skill set. That's easy. You can build a skill. And maybe I shouldn't say easy. It's simple. Okay. It's an energy. It's how you're perceiving things that is keeping you from hitting the goals that you want. So yes, this is very much rooted in mindset more than any other reason. This is typically the number one reason, the main reason. It's mindset. It's perception, which generates an energy. And that energy that you are emitting, people are picking up on that energy. They feel it. So you don't have to be in person, right? Face to face with somebody for them to pick up on your energy. Because that's another excuse I hear sometimes. Oh, well, I'm used to doing this face to face. I'm not used to building online. Same thing. It's the same stuff. So if you are emitting an energy of desperation, panic, if you find yourself going out to build your business every day with the intention to hurry up and make a sale, hurry up and get somebody into my business. I need to get them to look at my stuff. I need to get them to buy from me. I need to get them to join my team. guess what? That energy that you're putting out is what people are picking up on, that you're trying to get them to do stuff. And when most people feel that from you, where they feel like you're trying to manipulate them, coerce them, convince them to do something you want them to do for your benefit, and the fact that they get a benefit out of it is just an afterthought for you, this is where there's the main problem. Now, why? Why do people go about their business on a regular basis like that? Why are they emitting this desperation energy, this panic energy, which then causes them to be very hasty in going about trying to build their business, where they're skipping steps, cutting corners, and trying to just get the result, right? All they want to do is get the result, and they don't care how they do it. This is a dangerous way to look at your business, as opposed to something much healthier for you and for your potential customers and teammates, which is looking at things from a perspective where every day you're growing your business and you're thinking, oh my gosh, this is very simple to do. I have simple daily steps I focus on, and I get those things done. And it feels good to be able to reach out to new people, make new connections, and see if there's a way I can help them. Okay. And so, like I said, a lot of times there are folks that'll say, well, I do what I do because there's nothing else that I know to do. Right? You'll see this a lot. And maybe you're doing it, and that's fine. I'm not trying to attack you, but let's shed some light on this, right? Because a lot of times you will see marketers out there, maybe you're one of them, that spams and you don't realize you're spamming. Or you're spamming and you know you're spamming, but you can't help it. And you also don't know what else there is for you to do. You don't have an alternative. You don't have another option, right? Now, just because you feel that way does not mean that that's the reality, that there are no other options. And again, if you're spamming and you don't realize you're spamming, let me give you a definition real quick of what that is. If all you're talking about when you go and do your social media marketing, right, what you've been taught has been marketing. If you go out there and your focus is talking about what your product is, if you go out there and your focus is on providing a solution without providing the problem, right, addressing the problem and discussing the problem, if that never comes up and the only thing that you want to talk about is get this thing right here, if that's the vibe and what you post, more than likely you're not going to get the results that you want. Because the result that you want is somebody that shows an interest in what you want because they need it, they want it, and they have the resources to buy it. If all you focus on is the thing, when what they're focused on is, I have a problem. I have a problem. Do you understand that about me? Do you even care? That's typically what your target audience is looking at. Versus if you are looking at, I have something I want you to get because I've got a problem. I need money. Then there's going to be this disconnect. So it's not the fact that you have a lack of options. It's more of a lack of taking advantage of every option that comes by, every opportunity that comes by. Many of us have this perception that there aren't a lot of options out there for us, that opportunities don't come our way. When the reality of it is, opportunities show up and present themselves to you every single day. Every day we take a breath, we're making certain decisions. We get up in the morning, we decide what side of the bed to get out of. We decide which foot we're going to put down on the floor first. We decide, how we're going to brush our teeth. Do we start on this side, this side? Do we brush up and down? Do we brush side to side? Do we brush in circles? Do we turn on the power toothbrush, right? We decide how we're going to do our hair, how we're going to do our makeup, ladies, right? We decide what clothes we're going to wear. There's decisions. You could not make a decision if there were no options, right? If all I could do is go upstairs and there is no downstairs, I know that's not actually the case, but if all I could do is go upstairs and somebody asks me, hey, do you want to go upstairs or do you want to go upstairs? See, that's not an option there, right? So you get what I'm saying? So if you're feeling like there aren't options, let's take a moment to open our minds and see what is actually possible out here. And let's try those on. Let's try on a few of those possibilities and see if that's a better fit than what we've been doing. So the spamming, always talking about what your product is, what the ingredients are, and not really talking about the problem it solves. Why don't we try that? Why don't we try talking about the problem? Sharing our own experience or the experience of someone else that has used the products that we'd like to offer people. But even more importantly than that, what if the thing that we promote is not the product at all, not the business opportunity at all, but we promote ourselves? What if we did that? What if every time you put out a post, this was an invitation to a conversation for meaningful engagement? So many of us get so hyped up that, oh my gosh, somebody liked my post. Oh my gosh, I got 100 people that liked my post. But did you make money? Did you impact somebody in such a powerful way that they were driven, they were moved to take action and buy from you? If not, where's the meaning behind your post? That's what we really need to pay more attention to. And so again, it's not a lack of options. It's a lack of taking advantage of the opportunities and the options that do present themselves for you. Now let's talk about that. Let's talk about how the difference between how your average network marketer makes decisions in their business versus your average successful entrepreneur, whether they're in network marketing or not. And let's cover this conversation with the topic of investments, right? An opportunity comes your way for you to be able to increase your cash flow. However, it's not just going to be given to you as a gift. This is not free. This is something that you'd have to invest in, right? Investors understand this. And so an entrepreneur who understands, hey, in order for me to make money, I got to put some skin in the game. I need to invest something. They look at things one way versus your average network marketer tends to look at things a different way. They're not looking at things as an entrepreneur. They're not looking at things as an investor. They're looking at things as a consumer. And they're saying to themselves, this is all the money I've got. What is going to happen to me next when I lose that money? Ow. Like what? What is going to happen when I lose that money? It's insane. If you look at things like that, where there is lack of opportunity, lack of options, and then even a lack of money when you finally do open your mind to the possibility of options, you're not going to get very far because your focus is going to be fixed on, I just lost money. I just lost money. How do I get that back? Oh my gosh. That's not how entrepreneurs and investors think. What they think is, okay, I know I got to put some skin in the game. I know I need to make an investment. I need to make an investment of my money. I need to make an investment of my time even. Now, when I do that, it's not an if. When I do that, how much more do I gain? What is the return on that investment? Do I have a possibility and a probability that I am more likely to earn more money back than what I put in? versus lose it. Okay. So even if, let's start with a small number, even if I were to invest, say, $10 into something that I know I need for my business, and I know that that thing that I need for my business could possibly make me $100 back, that's a 10 times return on my investment. See, some people will say, yeah, but I only made $100. I need more than $100, Val. I got to pay my bills. Don't you understand? I'm desperate. I get that. But where does the responsibility lie? Why do we allow ourselves to get to a point that we feel that desperation? And it came from passing by opportunities out of fear, passing by just, I don't want to do that. No, every single time. It's like that story about the guy who he lives in this town and the town floods, and he's going up the steps, and he keeps going up the steps, and then still flooding, and then finally he gets on his rooftop and he's just sitting there waiting, and a boat comes by and says, and he's waiting and praying, oh, I want God himself, right? I want God to help me, right? I want him to get me out of this mess. And a boat comes by. Hey, I got space in the boat. Come on with me. Let's go find some place where we could be safer. And the guy's like, nope, I'm waiting for God. And a second boat comes by, and a third boat comes by. And then finally the water rises. He drowns. He goes to heaven, and God says, what happened? What are you doing here? And he's like, well, I was waiting for you to save me. And he's like, I tried to save you. I sent 3 angels your way. Right? It's that kind of thing. It's that kind of thing. So when we make the choice of passing by opportunities, there's your answer as to why we've suddenly, because it's not sudden, but why we've suddenly found ourselves in a position that now we're trying to build a business in this mode of, I gotta hurry up. Oh, I need somebody right away. This isn't working. I'm not making money fast enough. I'm not finding people fast enough. I'm not having success fast enough. All right. So if we start looking at things from a perspective of, I already know that I cannot build a business based on free, based on freebies. I cannot build a successful, stable, sustainable, profitable business and not do anything and expect everyone else to go put skin in the game. I expect everyone else to go and invest in themselves. I expect everyone else to go and take the time to build a skill set. But what I expect from myself is to be able to have people just give me all of that time that they invested and that money that they invested and just give it to me for free. Where is that fair? And so if we build a business like that, we can't be surprised that when you try to build a stable foundation on unfair ground, that you don't get what you want. That your business always feels like any moment now, I'm going to fail. Any moment now, if I don't get somebody today, that's it for me. I'm going to have to go back to my former life. I got to go back to a job. I got to go back. If you don't build your foundation with not only skills, but with a mindset of some integrity, fairness, dignity, respect for yourself as a marketer, for yourself as somebody who has value, but it doesn't stop there. You need to continue, right? You need to have an ongoing education, an ongoing mechanism, an ongoing system that helps you to further build your value so that you never run dry and you will always be overflowing with value for the people that you want to serve. Every entrepreneur is someone who has a solution to a problem. There are tons of problems out here in the world. What's the one problem that you decided to help people solve? And in what way do you help them to solve it? because your products and your services and your business opportunity, those are simply tools to help you facilitate the solution, help you to facilitate providing help to people. Those are just the tools for the solution. But what is the actual solution to the problem? What do you do? And this is something that we really need to think about. Okay. So I'm going to pause for a second because that was a lot. That was a lot. Let me see what's going on right here. Oh, okay. I can send messages back to you guys. Thank you for telling me that. So I see there's some folks watching me on Facebook. I see there's some folks watching me on YouTube and like various places on Facebook. So I see, oh no, it's still showing me Facebook user. That's crazy. I don't know why, but I see Carl is on. Hello, Carl. Is it showing your wave emoji? I love that. Thank you. And then it's showing Facebook user again. I need to figure out how to fix this. They said, hey Val, it's been a while, but I don't know why it's not showing this stuff. What is going on? It's crazy. Oh, is it not showing it because the letters are the same color as the background? By the way, I am using a new platform in order to go live. This is the first time that I'm using it and I'm testing it out. So, so if I got a little bit of kinks today, no worries. We're going to come back tomorrow. Same Profitpreneur time, same Profitpreneur channel, live at 5. And hopefully the kinks get worked out. All right. So I see Scotty is on. What's up, Scotty? He says, hey, Val. Hello. Good to see you. And matter of fact, because this is going to drive me crazy, if I can go back and yeah, it says show everything. And maybe it's the setting that I have. That's the wrong thing. Give me a second. But while I'm doing this, tell me what your take is on what I've said so far, right? The fact that it's not so much that, you don't have options, right? Because a lot of people start a home business saying, well, it was either start a business or be stuck at my job and still be trying to make ends meet and stuff like that. You've got options out here. You've got ways that you can build up that business that does not have to be the spam. It doesn't have to be three-way calls. It doesn't have to be cold messaging people and being weird and awkward. It doesn't have to be manipulative and deceptive. It doesn't have to be any of those things, So what should we do? Right? What else could you do? And that's what I'm about to get into next. So give me one sec because I'm looking at the nope. Oh, okay, let's try that. How about if I scroll down? Ding, ding, ding. Let's see if this works, you guys. Cool, because I have no clue. I got no clue, and maybe it won't even work until the next one I do, but we'll see. Okay, so showing the stream. There we go. Now that's showing. Isn't that weird? That's showing from Larry on my YouTube. There we go. Now that's showing on Facebook. Oh, snap. At least something's showing up, Cheryl. I don't know. But I have to change the colors and stuff at another time. And, right. So, Scott was saying some people have lack of a mental state. Yeah, it's a limited set of beliefs that they have, right? And the question is, do you want to hold on to the things that don't serve you, or do you want to let them go so that you can open up and be ready and prepared to receive the things that you do want? That's the thing, right? Okay. Vincent says, hey, miss you. I miss you too, Vincent. I haven't gone anywhere. I've been here. I've been on all these platforms. So I don't know. I don't know what happened. But I've been here. Not so much posting on the my profile, but a lot on my page and a lot on YouTube, and even more so communicating with the folks that are on my email list. So make sure that you're on there, and that is what you see down here. Get on that Val's Victory VIP list for some exclusive details on how you can start boosting your profits starting right now, today, and be able to do that step by step. You'll simply go to ValerieWalton.com. Right there on the home page is a way for you to get on that email list, that VIP list. And on there is where, like it says, it's exclusive. There are things that I show people, behind the scenes type of stuff, step by step type of stuff that I never show to the public, simply because, we don't have time, and it's also too in depth. And it's so in depth that I really only want to spend my time with the people that want that information and are going to do something with the information. So there you go. Hey, Asif, what's going on? Great. I'm glad you can hear me and see me okay. Thank you so much. My background's a little wrinkled back there, but I'll fix it. Larry. Hey, Larry, what's going on? That's been a minute. Need to keep pushing forward. The breakthrough will come. Haven't quit. Still looking to succeed. Keep doing the DMO. Ooh, now that's another great topic. Larry, thank you so much for bringing that up. DMO, which stands for your daily method or daily mode of operation. What are you doing? What activities are you doing on a day-to-day basis? So I'm glad Larry brought this up, because there's so many people that don't have it. They don't have a daily method of operation. And for many that do, get this, check this out. For many that do have a daily method of operation, none of the steps in their DMO is an income producing step. And so then they wonder, oh my gosh, why am I so busy? Why am I doing things every day consistently in my business, and I'm still not making money? I'm still not hitting the goals. I'm still not getting results. Well, you don't have any income producing activities in the daily activities that you do every day. Now, isn't that a kicker, right? And again, you cannot keep focusing on free. I think we get into home business and we think it's quick, it's easy. You don't have to go to school for it. You don't have to pay tuition for it. It's only a couple $100s to get started in most of these companies. Piece of cake, let's go. And that piece of cake ease and flow then pours into our thought process when it comes to how the rest of the business should get built. We can't look at it like that. Yes, it's a blessing that you get started in business, that you can get started in business for much less than what you would do in a traditional business. Many of you know it took me a good $13,000 in order for me to pay tuition to go and get my cosmetology license so that I had a trade. I could not work in a salon without having a license. So I had, if I really wanted to be a stylist so bad, I had to prove that. I had to let the universe know, right? By going and getting that license. You can't get the license until you take the test for the license. You can't take the test for the license until you have a prerequisite of, 1,500 hours is what it was back in my day in the state of Maryland. And you can't get your 1,500 hours of training without paying for it, to the tune of $13,000 for me. Now, that's a steal compared to having to go to like a 4-year college or something like that, where you're paying the tuition, the books, the room and board, all that stuff, right? But even still, right, I'm just showing you a contrast. Not only did I have to pay the tuition, right? So there's $13,000 there. Then I had to pay the $70 to take the test. If you fail it, you have to keep paying to go take it again and again. So I was like, let me make sure I can pass it. But then once I passed, then I have to pay for my license. It was $25 for 2 years, every 2 years, from back when I got licensed all the way to today. So calculate that. And then when I was ready to work in a salon, I had to buy all of my equipment, right? I had to rent a booth or a suite. And then I had to get out and market. So I had to do all of that stuff before I could even get out and market. Now today, if I had known then what I know now about how to market myself online, I would have been able to do some organic marketing and growth with what I was doing back then. So that would have been a little bit of a help. But think about it. Did you have to invest, pretty much around the tune of $25,000 just to get started with your business and start making money? Probably not. Not when it comes to home business and network marketing, right? Affiliate marketing, stuff like that. Okay. Yes, Scotty, I can see you. Right. Let's make sure this shows up. Yep. We can see it now. Let me see. What's your Facebook program for doing lives? StreamYard. Get rid of negativity. No, actually, I'm not using StreamYard, and I am going to reveal what I'm using tomorrow. Make sure you come back. If you're on my email list, you'll find out before. So make sure you get on. If people don't want to invest time and money, move on from them. Nothing is free. Yeah. And here's the thing. If you find yourself, because again, as marketers, we need to take on the responsibility. So if we're discovering that we're coming across person after person after person who's saying, I don't want to invest my time, I don't want to invest my money, I don't have the money for that, I don't have time, I'm so busy, all these excuses, we need to pause for a moment and do a self-check. Are we in fact connecting with people in our target audience? And the answer will be a resounding no, because people in your target audience show an interest in what you do. And then you determine, do they have the need, the desire, and the resources to buy? So if you're constantly finding that you're talking to people that don't want to do it, then we need to be the ones that make an adjustment, right? And start talking to different people. So I love that you brought that up. Dre, what's up? Hello. Good to see you. And Astu, hello. Can't wait. We're going to be chatting really soon this week, so I'm excited about that. Awesome. Okay, I think I got everybody's comments so far. Okay, cool. So, with all that being said, hold on, I got to get my notes back out, child. With all that being said, how do we start making the right decision? Hey, LaWanda, what's going on, girl? So good to see you. We have a queen in the building. We have a serious go-getter in the building. So it's good to see you on. Again, when you're thinking about, okay, this opportunity is in front of me that could possibly advance me into the next level of where I'd like to be in my business, in my life. And you're trying to determine, is it worth it? Hopefully you're not trying to determine, is it worth it based on a price tag? But instead, you're determining, is it worth it based on its potential for growth? Potential for growth. So I'm even going to share a story with you guys. I spent my very first year of network marketing. This was back in the spring of 2015 to the spring of 2016, that 12 months. And I did the very thing I'm talking about in the description box today, where I'm talking about, I got to hurry up and make some money. This is going to be easy peasy Georgian Wheezy, child. I'm about to get rich quick. I really thought that although I had no skills with home business and online marketing, that I would be able to double. That's how bold I was, child. I was going to be able to double the income that I was already making working in a salon. And I made some good money, right? Now, I was doing so well as a stylist that I had saved up a pretty good nest egg. I had about a year's worth of savings saved up. And so I figured I don't have to do like I'm seeing all these people out here doing, child. They out here working their business, working their job and trying to build a business. Nah, I'm going all in. So I packed up all my stuff, left my salon suite, sold it to a partner that I had there, and I left. And I tried to build my business and just exclusively focus on that. And I figured I've got money in the bank. So even if it takes me a little longer than I thought, a couple more months more than I thought, I'd be fine. Well, my goal to hit that income in 2 to 3 months the 2 to 3 months came and went, and I still hadn't made any money. $0. So I'm like, ooh, I'm eating into this savings account, child. I better hurry up. I've got to get out here. I've got to go make a sale. What's upline say? Oh, go out here and just go post about your amazing products, Val. Duh. People are going to love it. You're photogenic. Take pictures. They're going to love that. And then they're going to buy stuff. Well, I did that for a couple more months. Now we're in the 4 or 5 months. I still have made $0. Did I have people give me some engagement on my posts? Some likes? Some comments? Yes. I got thumbs. I got hearts. And I got nice picture. Great post. None of it made me any money. And that's when I realized there's a difference between engagement that is empty and engagement that is meaningful. Which one have you built a skill set for? Right? And so then more months go by, and a few days after my 1 year anniversary, I'm sitting there. I've blown through my savings. I am down to my last couple $100. I've got 2 kids to feed, and I am a single mom. Well, back then I was single. I'm not single now. Anyway. And then on top of all of that, I haven't made money. I haven't done hair. There was 0 income coming in, and I'm just going through the savings. And I was very disappointed. I felt humiliated. I felt embarrassed. And I felt defeated because I was thinking, damn, I'm going to have to go back to a salon. And I didn't really want that because it was affecting my physical health. I didn't want that. And I started to think, well, you have no other options, Val. What else are you going to do? You don't have a choice. And then I remembered, yes, I do. I get to create the life that I want. What I'm going through right now, I created that. What's the next chapter? I am the author of this autobiography. What's going to be the next chapter? I'm defeated right now. But what can I do to emerge out of this? And I started doing some research. Started looking around. I don't like to say doing research because now everybody's using that term. And child, all you did was go look at Wikipedia, child. You ain't do no damn research. Do you know what it really takes to do research? Remember when we had to write those research papers back in the day, child? Yeah, okay. But anyway, I started to look around and do a search online. And I found something that I felt could really be a great solution to my business needs. Matter of fact, I knew it was going to over deliver when it came to what I needed for my business. I knew that. I could clearly see that. So there was definitely a potential for me to be able to take the initial investment they were asking for, which was just $10, and be able to multiply that huge and quickly. And one of the thoughts that I had was, it's only $10, but I only have a couple $100. So that's going to be a big chunk of money out of what I've got now. If I lose that, I'm going to walk into this with less than. I had to shift my mindset. I had to shift my thinking. I had to shift my perspective. Walking in to this business solution was going to help me with so many things for just $10 to start. It was going to help me to finally learn the skill set that I needed to market my business properly, because obviously I didn't want any more empty engagement. I wanted meaningful engagement. I needed to obviously get clear on defining my target audience and making sure that I was getting in front of the right people at the right time for a really special and fulfilling conversation for us both. This was also going to help me with business tools that I was going to need. I needed to be able to get out here and start building a list, because where a lot of people make the mistake is they don't understand the difference between marketing and selling. And so they're constantly trying to sell on Facebook and social media when they should be trying to market on Facebook and social media. That's why it's called social media marketing. You sell to your list. You market in public, you sell in private. You sell to the people that have shown that they are worthy of getting what you offer. You're the gatekeeper. Where's your gate? Are you just letting any and everybody in? You see what I mean? So that is something that's very important to have in your business. And I knew I didn't have it, but this solution was going to help me with that too. It was also going to help me prepare for the future me, the leader that I knew that I was deep down inside, the leader that was going to start creating some of her own courses and possibly even take my experience as an educator. I was an educator with cosmetology. I was an educator with dance. Back when I was dance instructor, teaching and choreographer, child, y'all ain't know nothing about that, right? But I had a background in education. Even in high school, I would tutor. So I love to be able to show people simple ways to do stuff that they once thought was complicated. I knew that was a part of my core, but I just couldn't bridge the gap. I didn't know how to make all of that happen. And this solution helped me with that. Now, it's been 5 years since I made that $10 investment, where I've been able to help more people get results because I got results, because I put skin in the game and I looked at things with a different perspective. And I'm constantly looking to grow when it comes to my mindset, right? So now that I'm doing that and have been able to help more people and have been able to make more money and get more results and all that great stuff, now that I'm in that position looking back, I'm so glad I made that $10 investment. But back then, when it was time to make the decision, I was sitting there like, but I'm going to lose $10. So what if it meant I was going to gain everything that I've wanted? And I truly have. Improved relationships, like in addition to all the stuff that I talked about for my business, becoming the leader, being able to create my own stuff, having a way to be able to build a list, having the tools, all the other tools that I need, resources, and even community, people that actually know what the hell they're doing, who are unbiased, that gives me advice on a daily basis. They give me tips, they give me training daily. And then on top of that, this solution also helped me find a way to make money even from the people that say no to my business. So again, now thinking about it, I'm like, child, I got another $10. I'd invest all over again. But then there was the fear. Then when I was running out of money, there was the fear. But thank God I knew investing that $10 could help to create a future me that could multiply that 1,000 times over and then some, 100,000 times over. You get what I'm saying? So that is what I want you to think about as you move forward, and we start to shift into a new year very soon, in just a few weeks, that you start making your decisions with a different perspective. And just like LaVonda says, Hashtag potential for growth. Oh, thank you, Lavonda. I didn't see this other comment. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I just absolutely love her. Okay. But yeah, so potential for growth is what you want to pay attention to. Because even if I make a bigger investment, like the size of the investment doesn't matter. Question is, will this help me grow? Because I knew I had already tried to do it on my own. I had already tried to do it for a year on my own and made nothing. And so it kind of tickles me a little bit now when people are like, oh, Val, well, you have a following, and Val, you're a leader now. And you know what it takes to grow a business. That's great. You got people in front of you that you can just sell to. Child, I didn't always have that, okay? I literally started with zero. I started with zero and built it into what you see now. And I still have a whole lot more growth to do, child. Please don't think I feel like I've arrived, because I don't. I've got so much more to do. Okay. But I don't allow that to overwhelm me, because I like to take things one step at a time. And I like to take simple steps one step at a time. And so if you've been feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm overwhelmed with all of this stuff, or am I putting too much pressure on myself? I don't know, but I do feel stressed out. I don't know what to do. Or just like we were talking about earlier, I am just desperate here. The holidays are coming up. My kids keep whining. They keep telling me they want Santa to bring this, bring that. And I'm down to like my last $20, child. I ain't got no money. These are the things that you're probably starting to realize, I'm going to need some help with this. And there's nothing wrong with us asking for help. I think as adults, sometimes we think we shouldn't, because we should be at a certain point in our lives. But that's the whole reason why this planet is full of people. We're all looking to have community. We're all looking to have a place where we feel like we belong. We're looking to be able to help one another get to the next level. Every time you take a step up, and maybe you're this kind of person, every time you take a step up, you look around and you notice, wait, there's some people that are still on the level that I just came up from. Let me pull them up with me. Maybe you're like that. It's going to be really hard to pour into others when you're not consistently pouring into yourself. And again, this is why I like that unbiased teaching, training, tools, resources, and help. And that's what I provide to people that seek me out. Okay. So with all of that being said, if you loved what I was talking about today, then you're really going to love this. And let me go ahead and put I'll put a comment in here right now. But this is what you're going to want to do next. Is it letting me put it in here? Yep, there we go. Boom. Okay. If you love what you learned right here, I want you to imagine this for just a moment. If you can close your eyes right now, do it. If you're driving, just keep listening to me. Don't look at me. I don't even look all that great today. So if you love what you learned here, I want you to close your eyes. I want you to imagine getting step-by-step tips on how you could build some stability for your family, for your lifestyle, and do it through this business that you love so much, that you're passionate about. Think about it. So you can do that by getting on Val's Victory VIP list. I'm just noticing that it's not showing the whole thing. So let me put the rest of it up here. Here we go. Let's try this. All right. Boom. It takes a minute. There we go. So let's see if that worked this time. Nope, it's still not doing it. Maybe it's what I did. You see this technical difficulty, child? Crazy. There we go. That was insanity. But anyway, this is how you get on the VIP list. You just go to valeriewalton.com. Right there on the homepage is a way for you to get on that VIP email list and learn a whole lot more. There is a lot coming up. So this is actually the perfect time for us to have connected, and I'm excited for you about it because this new year is coming. And I know a lot of folks tend to feel like, maybe I didn't do as well as I said I was going to. Maybe I wasn't consistent with putting out my content, or maybe I was still a little shy about having conversations with folks about my business, or maybe I still can't find the right people to talk to. And I am looking to make next year much better. Well, why wait till next year? There's still time for you right now. So if you're on this email list, there's going to be a lot of really great announcements coming your way very soon to help you to continue to grow. Hey, Michelle, what's up? So good to see you. And that's really what I want to be able to help you do. I want to remind you that you don't have to be like me and like bang your head up against the wall for 12 months before you realize, wait a second, I could really use some help. So I wanted to let you know, I know what that feels like. I know I've been where you are, if that's how you're feeling right now, and you don't have to do this alone. There really are genuine people out here that authentically, genuinely want to be able to help you out. Because honestly, we're all helping each other. And this is not about, join my network marketing business, get in here. It's not about that for me. What it's about for me is to help you train your brain for success. Help you train your brain to be prepared for the success and for the things that you say that you want. To help train your brain to have your thoughts in alignment with your words, and your words in alignment with your actions. Because that is the only way that you're going to be able to create, right, and manifest and finally see in front of you all of these things that you picture in your head, all of these things that you say that you want, all of these things that, some people might even be calling you crazy for saying that you want to have or to be or to do. It starts there. So make sure that you get on that email list, okay? I see a couple of questions. I was going to close, but since I see a couple of questions, I'll be sure to answer those right now. Larry asked, what is needed to get to the Preneur group? You need to get on my email list first. So go to valeriewalton.com. And when you receive that first welcome letter from me, that welcome email, there will be a link for the group there, as well as a few other goodies for you. I thought I was showing that question. My bad. There it is right there. So I just answered that question. Next question also comes from Larry. Cool. What do you do when people just want to know the name of your business? It's like they don't care about what you have to say. That is a great question. And that honestly will take another training, because if you are attracting people to you that only want to know the name of your business, this means that there is a disconnect when it comes to how you're communicating and how you are getting your marketing message across. Because see, you're not in business to sit around just talking about what the thing is. You're in business to help people solve a problem. And so if they are not indicating to you that they have a problem, then you're going to get questions like this. Do you get me? Let me paint the picture a little clearer. Let's say the business that I'm in is being a trauma surgeon. Okay? I work in the ER. And so I help solve the problem of keeping you alive. You bleeding out, I know how to fix that, right? You don't want your last day to be today. Okay? I know how to help you with that. And so, if that's what I do, and somebody comes in to the ER and they're unconscious, they're bleeding out, they're in cardiac arrest, child, whatever, and I show up to help them, and I tell them, you're going to need life-saving surgery, right? You need life-saving surgery. They are not going to say, wait a second, I need to think about this. Wait a second, just curious. How long have you been doing? Tell me more about yourself. Is it a nice day? What kind of dog do you have? People aren't going to do that because the focus is always on them. It is never on me. It is always on them. I solve problems. People that have a problem don't have the luxury of sitting around asking you silly questions like that. And you will even have some folks who have the problem that you help them solve, but they haven't come to a realization that they need to solve it or even want to. And again, this is why I talk so much about a need for what you have, a desire for what you have, and then also the means to buy what you have, as well as the willingness to do so. This is why. Okay. So we can get deeper into that a little later, but that's a really good question. All right. So did I cover it? Yeah. No. It's totally cool. Okay. Awesome. Yes. And who knows, maybe I'll come back tomorrow and that can be something that we can go deeper into, because I would love to visit that. I get this question pretty often in the beginning. And then after a person's worked with me for a few sessions, right? They've been in my group or they've been on my newsletter for a while, and we've been emailing back and forth. They start to get it, and then they don't have these issues ever again. Ever. Can you imagine that, Larry? Can you imagine that? Never having the common questions or problems or obstacles that you've been having lately. Never having it again. That's what I show people how to do. That's why you got to. Okay. All right, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me these past 57 minutes. I just love to give you in-depth training about, whatever you want to know. So if you've got some ideas, you'd like me to do a video training series for you, tell me what that is. Tell me what the topic is that you'd like help with, and I will be happy to create it for you. So again, thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you right back here tomorrow. Same Profitpreneur time, same Profitpreneur channel, live at 5. Bye.